It's the Kiki, K-I-K-I, it's time to Kiki. Ooh, girl, she already had horses. Hi guys, it's Chris. So welcome to the first episode of the Kiki. This is my series that I'm doing where I am going to be reviewing every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7. Girl, we are here. We have waited long enough for this. So first things first though, get yourself comfortable, bring your friends and get something to drink. Like me, big boy. This is my mug of tea. Because I am going to be spilling a lot of tea, and so this is tea. Do you get it? And the fact that I'm British. I mean, we're never more than like 3 minutes away from a cup of tea. So yeah, I've gone with this. So where do I begin really? We've got a whole bunch of new queens that have all stormed their way into the workroom in a multitude of different outfits and different styles and different humours and different everything. So one of the first things that we must get to is Miss Fame. She's the first one into the workroom, and so we are going to read her for filth. She walked in looking a little bit like a Pokemon. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But there's like a Starmie sat in the corner of that room going, "Bitch stole my look." I mean, quite frankly, I half expected her to pull out a Pokeball and be like, "Starmie, I choose you, water gun attack now!" And like, there's gonna be Misty and Ash in the background just like, oh my god, can't even deal with this right now. Actually, how good a challenge would that be? Like a Pokemon challenge? Like, yes, I'm seeing this, I'm feeling this, I think they should do it. And while we're on the topic of Miss Fame, girl, between you and me, did you see the tape? Did you see the tape? No, did you though? I mean, I know she likes to, you know, give herself a facelift, but that tape was so obvious. Like, I know it's television, I know it picks up a lot more than it should, and it puts on like 50 pounds, but ooh, I was so distracted by her little face tape pulling up everything. Ooh. Also, Sacha Bell walks in looking a little like she got lost on the set of The Fifth Element. Is there a sequel going on? I don't know. I just kind of got the sense that Bruce Willis was going to walk in after her and drag her away. Was that just me? I don't know. Taxi cab for Belle. Miss Sacha Bell? No. And obviously Tempest du jour walking in, giving birth. I mean, how rock and roll is that? You know, she's like, it's a conflict of schedules, really. I mean, you know, she's got Drag Race, she's having a baby. It's like, well, I might as well just do both at the same time because she's a working girl. You know, you gotta fit in the time when you can. And then obviously Katya walks in, you know, in that red top to toe, red for filth, beating them to it kind of ensemble that she claimed was her great grandmother's military uniform. I mean, yeah, because, you know, Russia are really big on, you know, all things glittery and fabulous. But that's none of my business. So then the girls are plunged straight into the mini challenge, and Katya put it really well. It's not a mini challenge, it's a maxi mini challenge. Maxi pads at the ready because those girls were peeing all over that stage. Like, they worked that runway. Like, this mini challenge, they had to put together 2 little dresses, I say little, 2 actual outfits, spring and fall collection. And then strut their stuff down the runway in front of the new panel of judges, and also like Alaska as Alaska winter. Like, oh my god, that was fabulous. And did you see, was that Matthew Anderson there in like a man turban thing? Like, he kept quiet, didn't he? And then, so instead of like the regular photo shoot, which they normally do, they totally threw that out the window, and they're like, you know what, girl, we are gonna make you like work a runway, period. So they did. Also, was I the only one that when they said spring and fall collection, I'm thinking Madonna would be pretty good at this? No? Fall collection? Too soon? As Edna Mode said it, no capes. Although that being said, Katya did wear a cape and she turned it out. But, you know, in times like this, you know, no capes. It was so done like Victoria's Secret though. There was a bit of the backstage as they're walking on. It was very much geared towards that. So I was like living, and oh my God, like the outfits were incredible. Like, you know, some of them were really, really good. Like Violet's little, you know, spin around 2-in-1 kind of thing. Yeah, it was cool. But like, seen it before. Like, you know, I had Tyra Sanchez on the phone going, bitch, that's my shtick. You know, she's gonna like get a phone call from her lawyers or something. I don't know. And obviously what Miss Fame was serving was just everything. But the one that really stood out for me was Max's fall look. That was just everything. Like, it just looked incredible. And bitch owned it. Like, she got down the end of the runway, turned it out, and then on the way back was just living. I just looked at her and I thought, yeah, this is like a pro model, like something you would expect to see on like London Fashion Week or Paris Fashion Week, something like that. It just worked. Do you know what I mean? And like there was also, you know, Jasmine Masters, who was just serving the same outfit again and again. Like, I'm tempted to start calling her Bianca / Honey Mahogany, because they like just, it was the same outfit over and over. Like her entrance outfit and her spring outfit were like identical. Like, bitch loves showing off a midriff. So, I mean, like, come on, like, okay, put it this way, okay? Guess who I am? In homage. Boom! Who am I? Who am I? Oh, wait, I'm Jasmine Masters. Like, bitch, please, like, bring us something else, because out of already, like, you know, there's been, like, 4 chances to show off what you've got, and you've already shown off, like, an outfit with, like, just a top part like this, midriff, and then, like, you know, some pants underneath. And then, like, even on your runway, it was, like, you know, you were still, like, giving body. So out of, like, 4 things, 3 of them, you were, like, doing the same thing. I'm like, girl. I'm reading these bitches today. I'm reading. So actually, while we're on the topic of reading, because, like, I'm getting into this gig now, Miss Fame, a little bit of a bitch. Like, in a sense that, like, if there's no kind of extra little, like, warmth there, because she's a bit cold. If there's no extra warmth, I'm going to get really bored of her attitude. But at the moment, I still find it quirky and interesting. I still think she's a fierce queen, but like that whole thing she did to Max's newspaper, where she like ripped off a bit and used it as blotting paper, I thought that was a bit like lowbrow. Didn't think it was very classy, and I just thought some of her put downs were really funny. But if there's no kind of moment where there's a bit of heart, then she's just going to come across really cold. Like the difference with Bianca from last year, although she had these incredible put downs, there was like a real heart there. So I'm hoping that Miss Fame shows a bit more of that side of her, because I'm just a bit like, And the same is similar for Pearl, really. She's a bit deadpan, which I've said before, but she seems so over it. And I'm like, come on, like, show us something, please. And actually, Violet is a bit of a buzzkill. Like, she's a good queen, but she's either a right bitch or she doesn't understand what she's saying. Like, that whole thing about when she was saying that she didn't have enough fat to make fake boobs, as it were, with tape and stuff. I'm like, is that a read? Is she calling that girl fat? Or is she just so that she doesn't really know that she was being a little bit bitchy? I don't know. What do you think? Because I'm torn. She's a bit like in the middle for me at the moment, like in terms of her attitude, but she does seem a bit like over it as well. And I'm like, come on, show some humility, you know. And then they all get untucked and de-dragged and out of the guiche in the workroom, and it turns out actually they're all pretty hot. They're all really good looking, which is really cool, and obviously keep a lot of people happy. So yes, once they're all de-dragged and everything, Ru comes into the workroom, and in spectacular style, by having the 3 pit crew members walk in naked, announces that the first challenge is going to be all about nudity. That's right, the girls are going to have to walk a runway, the first runway of the season, nude. I say nude, not like completely like just get naked and walk. They could wear like a bodysuit, or, you know, they could like tuck and go in their own body. Like, they were cool with that. Or do what Sacha Bell did and just wear a, you know, skin-coloured leotard. But I still think it worked. Like, I liked it. I know the girls read her for it, but I liked it, and I think she's sweet. So there we go. So yeah, they were told to strip down and make a resort-style tearaway, so that when they get to the beach or La Playa or whatever, they can very, you know, sexually, seductively, whateverly, use their tearaway to reveal what is on underneath. Like, so. Gratuitous, I know, but in solidarity, people, in solidarity. I'm feeling a little exposed. So yeah, they ended up having to make an outfit on the first day as well. And it was just a simple tearaway, but some of them kind of took it a little bit weirdly, like Jasmine Masters, and like she came up with this, it wasn't even a tearaway. It was 2 hula hoops with a bit of material in the middle, and it was just hideous. And she called it her cocoon. If you didn't catch that, it was called a cocoon. Just one more time, because I don't think she said it enough. Cocoon. She's going to be like a butterfly in a cocoon. You know, like a butterfly is in a cocoon. Like the cocoon. I half expected her to start spelling it out and announcing everything that she was doing. Like, at the moment, for me, Jasmine Masters is a little bit like a cross between LaShawn Beyond and Jocelyn Fox. They're kind of a little bit like in awe of where they are and in awe of the people that are around them. And like, I'm a huge fan. I'm not here. This whole thing is just so overbearing. Like, for me, she doesn't feel like her head's in the game yet. She's kind of like fangirling all over the floor. And I'm like, girl, you're here. Get into it. So yeah, then they work their stuff down the runway. Some have gone for a very, interesting painted bodysuit where everything's on show. Others have gone for the sort of mixed thing like Pearl, where they sort of make up to the top half to give a bit of contour and then wore like a little thing underneath. Max came out on crutches. Didn't get the reference. I'm sure there must be one, but I didn't understand why she was walking with crutches. And then obviously Violet Chachki and Katya just kind of went all out and full pickle, basically. And actually, speaking of Katya, she was like giving everything. She was like, girl, I don't care. She was like bending over, showing them full, like, total eclipse. You know what I mean? Like, full moon's the night, girl. And so, yeah, the Safe Girls were sent backstage to do Untucked, as it were, which has a new format, by the way. What do you think about it? I might talk about it at some point. I'm not sure. Very, very different format. It's all on YouTube, actually. So if you get a chance, like, have a look and comment below. But I digress. So they were left with a few on stage. So they're critiqued. Michelle says that Violet looks like a boy in his boy body. Funny that. Sasha was red because she had a bra on. Oh, and Tempest du Jour was called a bit wrinkly because she was wearing this bodysuit that didn't quite fit her. But whatever. So after all the critiques and everything, they all come back on stage and it's revealed that Violet Chachki is the winner of this week's challenge, which I was a little surprised by. And so was Miss Fame and Michelle Visage, actually. Their faces said everything. They were giving me life. That whole, like, eye roll. And even Michelle looked at Rue like, bitch, please. Are you serious? Because, like, I thought Miss Fame's runway stuff in the spring, fall stuff was better than Violet's. But, like, whatever. They both did good. Not going to read them for it too much. But Tempest du Jour and Candy Ho found themselves in the bottom two. Candy Ho mostly because she was painting her face as if she was painting over a beard. And Tempest du Jour because her fashion wasn't quite up to scratch. She was using a quilt as a skirt. So, And I suppose that half the reason they probably did that, I was a bit surprised that, like, Candy Ho was in the bottom because I don't think it was that bad. Like, her fashion choices weren't bad at all. I kind of was expecting Jasmine to be in the bottom, but I think they were probably doing it because Candy and Tempest had a bit of a thing earlier on where the first thing that Candy says to Tempest is, how old are you? And that is a bit bitchy. So, like, come on, girl. Like, you could say hi first at least. So they battle it out to RuPaul's Geronimo, and Candy works it out, despite the fact that Katya called her the bearded hoe, which was just gold. And sadly, Tempest du Jour had to sashay away as the first one. She pulled a Shangela, and she gone bye-bye. Which was a shame, really, because I thought that her attitude was better than Candy's. I thought Candy has come off really harsh so far. I just really I'm struggling to kind of get to know her. She just seems really cold and like she's just had a few put downs and stuff and I'm like, that's not cool, girl. That's not cool. So yes, Tempest du Jour has sadly left us and Candy Ho lives to hoe and beard another day. And I've not even like gone into everything that there was because I don't want this video to be like 4 hours long because I could talk about this. We could Kiki about this all day long, girl. But some of the bits that I didn't include was like, there's been some really great one-liners, like the whole, as I said before, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. Like, Jasmine Masters, I have to give it to you, that was quite fun. Although, overusage of that is going to drive me round the twist. Everything in that episode was, come on something, like, come on shoes, come on chin strap. Okay. But it's fun. Obviously, I'm living for Katya and all her Russianisms, like, divuchki, ah! I'm living for that. Katya, you cannot do that enough as far as I'm concerned. Like, I love all things languages, I love all things European, I love all things like that, I love you. Like, just keep doing it. Oh my gosh, love her. And I think I have to admit, my favourite line was actually from Kennedy Davenport, where she goes, "That's what put the diva in it." I just live for that. I'm so going to use that for everything, like work out what is diva-ish and then say that's what put the diva in it. This is just, oh my god, this is going to be fabulous. So yeah, as I say, there's so much I could cover on this, but I'm trying to sort of whittle it down to the more important points. But as always, Miss Queens, in this queendom, Divuchki, what do you find interesting? What have you noticed, or what do you want to talk about? Because obviously we are all here as a group to Kiki. So this isn't just about me, this is about all of us. We get together, we have our community, we have a little drag family, and we get to Kiki every week. So drop me a little comment below of things that you like about the show. You know, what did you agree with me about? What did you think I missed? Because I have missed a lot, but there's only so much time. Let's strike up some conversation going. Like, talk to me about who's your favourite, who's not. Has anyone impressed you more than you thought they might? I mean, I have to admit, Max is like impressing me more than I thought she would. So like that was interesting for me. But like, yeah, let me know about what you thought and what's happened and all this kind of stuff. What do you think is going to happen coming up? Drop me a comment, and don't forget to comment on each other's messages and stuff, because we're all friends here and I want to get some conversation going. Because this is the Kiki girl. Kiki. So thank you so much for joining me in the Kiki. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget, same time, same place next week. And don't forget to tell your friends, bring them along. There is room for everyone here because we are all what? Sickening queen. Don't forget to drop me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Chris Says It. I'm also on Instagram at the same handle, Chris Says It. So you can find me in a whole big bunch of places because you can't escape me. And yes, until next time, be good, be safe, stay fierce and sickening, girl. Turn it out. See you later. Take care. Bye.